And good morning. It's Wednesday. How are you feeling? Hope everything is good in your world. Halfway through the week now as we face today, and chilly, 28 right now. We'll hit a high of 58, a tad warmer than it was yesterday. And of all days, my dog thought today was a great day to wake the chickens up. No matter how many times I called her, she didn't want to come back to the house. She thought they should get up when she was up at 4. It's cold outside. A lot of frost on the windshield at my home, so I hope you plan ahead and get it off your windshield before you head out and you're at that last second trying to get somewhere. Chilly out there. And for the first time, I've been seeing this for a couple of days, the mention that there could possibly be some snow flurries headed our way over the weekend. The National Weather Service has put the S word into the forecast, so we'll look at that here in just a moment. There are so many different models that show yes, others that show no, but it is officially in the National Weather Service forecast now. So maybe something will happen. That's coming in late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. We'll talk about that here in just a few moments as we begin our day. As we go over things that happened in the Meridian area last night, by now I would assume that you've glanced at my page. There was an armed robbery last night in Meridian on 8th Street at O'Reilly Auto Parts. At roughly 7:40, 2 armed men went in and robbed the store. It is not known how much cash they got. Little details have come out of this, but they were robbed at gunpoint. Thankfully, no one was hurt. But again, that was on 8th Street at the O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's right down from where Fred's used to be. I don't know what the name of the store is. It's in that store to the left of it now, but it's a little shopping center on the right there. So good news is no one was hurt there. Now, another thing that is just going rampant, it happens all the time, it happened last night in different locations throughout our area, is cars being broke into after dark. Side windows busted out and anything that's in the car been stolen. So again, I urge you not to leave anything of value in your car overnight. Thieves walk the street. They slip up on your cars, and this is just becoming more and more. Zero has seen a lot of this lately in that community, inside the city limits as well. So it's not just one area that you can go, this is where this is happening. It's all over. So everybody watch what you leave in your car, even when you go to eat. Those are some of the things we're watching. Did you see Starkville, Mississippi? Now, there's more to the story than is in the headlines this morning, but the manager of a McDonald's got into an altercation with a former employee, and the former employee ended up with a bullet in his leg. Now, what we don't know is who had the gun and how the tussle began or what went on. But that did happen in Starkville, Mississippi. That's the big news out of Starkville that happened there. As we begin today, a few other things. In Mississippi, we're a step closer to getting rid of the sales tax. Speaker Gunn has got it kind of going through, has made it past a committee, and it will eventually head to be voted on. But this would reduce sales tax, hopefully, on food as well. But also in the same token, it will make other things go up to pick up that revenue. But sales tax would be a good thing. That's always a draw for industry to come to a state when there's no sales tax. But things like cars, where we're paying 5% right now, would most likely end up going up to cover that cost. Also, it's reduced on farm implements and things of that nature. So we'll see how it all comes out in the wash, but one step closer to getting that passed as we look at things that are going on here. Again, Biden, did you see him yesterday? He just can't help himself. He called Harris the president once again. That's what, 10 or 12 times now? It's getting to be a common thing. That's a serious one, though, isn't it? Yeah, I think we all know that. The grandfather of the baby that was thrown in the dumpster says that he wants to adopt the child. As we all know, that was in New Mexico where that happened. I'm sure by now you've seen the video where the 18-year-old mother grabs it by its feet and throws it into the dumpster. Her mother is defending her and saying, how do you defend that? The grandfather of the baby, which would be the father's dad, wants to adopt. We'll see how that turns out. And it's just horrible. There's no other way to put it there. We'll watch that, but as the mother says that She made a mistake. Didn't matter whether you knew we were pregnant or not. That's attempted murder is what that was. That's a brief look at headlines. We'll have a whole lot more coming up at 8 a.m. I hope you'll join us. Candace will be in. We'll talk about all the news that's out there that affects you and across our nation of what's important. All that's coming up this morning. So join us back here at 8 a.m. We'll talk more in detail on all of this. Good morning to Steve and Wanda McKinnon, Flora Overstreet, watching this morning from Hickory. Rachel Grapple, how are you? Yeah, I saw that. That's cute. Karita Jones, how are you? Morning. Connie Johns is up. Also, Charlotte Gray. Let's see. Your cat didn't want to get out and get cold either. I don't blame him. It's burr outside today. Good morning also to Donna Roseman, Claudine Baskin, Linda Jane Lunsford. 29 in Philadelphia, Terry Ray says. Cold there. I agree with you. Janice Bounds is up. Deborah Harrison. Joyce Snowden Godwin, good morning from Tennessee. Brian Troy, good morning. Also Rachel Grapple and Bree Packer. And a big morning to Margaret McDonald. Joyce Godwin's up from the Long Creek community. See what your front thermometer says. But 28 at Keyfield and Meridian. We'll glance at all that in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at radar this morning and let you see what's out there. It looks pretty good right now. No rain whatsoever as we go from Texas all the way to Georgia. Now, here's the question right in here. What will happen with the snow? Will it be north of us? Will it come through east central right through this area? It is definitely this eastern side of Alabama and into Georgia. Everything I've seen, every model I've studied has it here. But there is a chance now that this northern part of Mississippi, and it could swoop down and we get a flurry or two. We're still days out. This is Wednesday. That is late Saturday night into Sunday, and there'll be different models, and we'll see what becomes of this as it gets near us. As we glance across the United States today, nothing too bad. Some showers off the coast of Louisiana. Let's see if we've got any severe weather that is supposed to happen today. As we pull that up, nothing. That's good. As always, rain showers up in Seattle, those areas there. Across the North Dakota, cold this morning, 19 degrees there, 33. A bit better than what we've seen some of these negatives up there. So they're in the teens. I guess it's a warm day for North Dakota. Whew. Also, New York, these areas look great. So not bad weather anywhere for us across the states today. A little fog out in California, Nevada, and those areas, and a little bit in New Mexico this morning. But, boy, look at the south. It looks really good there. Now, I have to look at this. I didn't catch this. When was this? They had a little, what is that, snow? Sleet. That was reported late yesterday there. Right there at the Mexico, just due north of Laredo. Huh. Well, that was news to me. I didn't realize that was going on. I didn't even glance over there yesterday. That's a quick look at what's happening on radar this morning. We didn't pull up temperatures. Let's take a look at that real quick and see what we've got at temperatures across the state as we go back to this. As we said, Meridian still clocking in at 28 this morning as we go up to NAS Meridian, 28 also. Boy, we just got this 28 everywhere. Starkville, Mississippi State, 28, and Columbus Air Force Base, 29. Over the Mississippi Delta, 27. In Jackson, it's 32. As we go to Demopolis, 27 this morning, and Tuscaloosa has 29 degrees. Let's go down and take a look at the Mississippi Gulf Coast. 39 in Pascagoula, and Biloxi sitting at 43 this morning there on the coast. Always a little bit warmer there, but a cold day as we started out here across Mississippi, Alabama, and not all that warm over in Shreveport, 38 for them also this morning. All right, let's switch some gears and get into what the National Weather Service has to tell us of what we should expect today weather-wise.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we go back in time, 2017, that was not all that long ago. Okay, 5 years now. Doesn't seem that long ago, does it? A record high was set 79 degrees in 2017. A few of you who were around can remember this, and the bad part is I probably wouldn't. 1962, you woke up to 0 on the thermometer today. That was a cold day. We've seen several days set in 1962 over the last 3 to 4 days of 3, 4, 5 degrees, and it was a record low of 0 1962, a lot of people were hurrying trying to buy some pipe later today because pipes were busting and freezing, I guarantee you, on that day. As we move forward and look at today, it is perfect. Sunshine everywhere. We'll get 58 today as we go through Philadelphia, 57. Mississippi State, Louisville area, all along in there, 57. Columbus, we'll see a high of 56. We see some higher temperatures over toward Vicksburg, 60 at the Mississippi River, down to Natchez, 59, and even Hattiesburg, we'll see about 58. Now we move across to see our friends in Alabama as we look to Livingston, 58 today, as well as Geiger, Alabama, about 58. 54 at Hamilton. Montgomery, 58 today. There on the river in Demopolis, they'll see 57. But sunshine all across the state of Bama today. Nothing bad at all happening there. As we look to what the temperatures are going to do over the next 6 to 10 days, we start to see a little warming trend headed our way, covering most of Texas and maybe about a quarter of Louisiana so far as the temperatures start to rise. We'll see that as we get that rain headed our way, temperatures will rise. And let's look at that of what's going to happen with the temperatures. All right, this is what the National Weather Service is telling us at this point. Today, we'll hit that 58 down to 34 degrees tonight. My radar system tells us 35. That's splitting hairs at that point. Tomorrow, 65. That's where that warmer temperature comes into play, and we'll hit 37 tomorrow night. 60 on Friday. Here's where we're right at that line. Usually, snow is a lot better at about 29 degrees. But it freezing, could it stick? It could. This is what the National Weather Service has put in the forecast at this point. 60% chance of showers and likely before 5 a.m. Then a chance of rain and snow showers, and that will be right around daylight, around 5:30 on Saturday morning. Now, I remind you, this is Wednesday, that's Saturday, it changes every couple of hours. But we do have it in the forecast, and, well, we don't normally even get that. So, a chance of snow showers is the way they're putting it. They're not putting any accumulation at this point. Could be north of us. Lots to watch, and we'll be staying on top of this for you as this gets closer and closer to let you know what to expect on Sunday morning. The rest of the day on Sunday, expected to be about a 30% chance of showers. Mine says about 20 there. And all of that should end by 9 a.m. Whatever happens, whether we got snow flurries the night before or not, it's going to warm up to 43, and all of that will melt and go away pretty quickly there. Gusts as high as 25 miles an hour, that wind on Sunday. So, again, whatever we get Saturday night, early Sunday morning, will go away with that temperature rising. But, again, 43 to 45 for high is cold for us compared to what we'll have here. 65 back over here. That's 20 degrees difference in between Thursday and Sunday. It'll be a bitter cold day regardless. So if you head out to church on Sunday, make sure to bundle up. Be prepared for that as you go out and make your way into the big wide world. That's our only chance of a snow flurry in the forecast right now. We'll watch it closely. Let's jump ahead another week into January and carry this all the way through the 26th. As you'll see, we got mostly 50s. On the 19th, we'll get another chance of rain there and a high of 65. And then we're back into the 50s. And a couple of days we'll dip down, kind of like we'll have on Sunday there, the 24th and 25th, into the 40s, nighttime lows into the 20s. So chilly weather lined up for that. Now, I know you see that right there. That's 2 weeks out. On the 26th, possibly the I word. That's ice. That's not snow. Might not hurt. Again, we're way out on that. Don't be the last person to go get a loaf of bread. Make sure that you're all stocked up in case there's something to be concerned about on that. But that, again, is 2 weeks out. But just a heads up what's in the forecast, possibly this Sunday, a flur. And then on the 26th, let's watch what happens here. That's not guaranteed. I don't want anybody to get over, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't get over worried about it. Maybe that's how I'm trying to. It's still out. We'll watch it daily. It's going to change, but we hadn't seen that in the forecast. That's the first time I've seen that mentioned this year. So we'll be on top of to make sure that you know exactly what's happening with it. What's happening with deer hunting today? Well, it's average day as we pull up our deer hunting outlook. The first major time is going to be one of those midday hunts. From 9 until about 11 today is the best time to be in the woods. A minor time comes later in the afternoon. That's going to be from about 3 o'clock until 4 o'clock. Only about an hour there. But any time in the woods is great. Let's look at the winds today. Calm wind becoming west around 5 miles an hour. So the wind is not bad if you're going to be in the woods today. That's a quick look at your deer hunting forecast for today. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy yourself at some point there. Metter Jones joining us there from Demopolis. How are y'all over there? No, it's chilly in Demopolis, and be warming up a little bit later on today. Morning, Miss Gail. How are you? From DeKalb, Reggie McKee joins us. Glad to see you. Sandy Johnson from Marion. Glad to see you there. Let's see. Nothing better watching from the Preston Pit Stop. Hope everything's good in Kemper County this morning. Miss Joyce Gressett joins us. Terry Carter. Thelma Roberts. How are you? Good morning, David. How are you? And Miss LaWanda Grantham is joining us from the Kemper County area. Margaret McDonald. Glad to see y'all. It's going to be a great day. We can't knock it. 58. That's a little chilly, so if you're going to be outside working, make sure that you've got a jacket. This morning, you're going to want one of those that's heated. Did y'all see those? I almost bought one. I may have to move into this to get those heated jackets. Okay, I'm cold-natured. I just can't help it. I can look at something and be cold. Nowadays, anyway. But that's where we are. We'll go back over all the headlines coming up at 8 a.m. this morning. I want you to join us. It's always fun. We love to hear from you as well. Give us your input. And as always, if you bump into something, inbox us. Let us know so we can start getting into the details to pass along the information to others so that they'll be aware of what's going on in the surrounding, in the community. That's what we do. Thank you for joining me. Candace, as I said, is getting the hair and makeup ready. She'll be here a little over an hour from now, hour and 10 minutes. We'll be ready. Join us, won't you? Whether it's on television or back here on social media. Whichever way you can join us, we want you to be a part of it. Thank you, and a big thank you to the sponsors. We'll see you soon here at Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by